Three words is obviously tough, but I guess kind of folky to an extent. There's a lot of acoustic guitar in it, and honest. I like to think it's honest, thoughtful, sort of live feeling. It's got kind of a live feel to that's down to the producer. He's going to do a great job. He's done a great job. So yeah, I was literally looking at that today. I do have quite a lot of pairs of white trainers. I went through the summer. I find that trainers for the summer are quite easy. You can go anywhere in them. But I do have quite a lot of pairs of white trainers. It's not great. But now we're going into the winter. It's time to get back into boots. So the boots are back. Do I still get nervous? Yeah, of course. Always have, really. TV has always been one that I've always been scared of. I always found being on live TV or whatever just a little bit daunting because the whole world's going to see it. Whereas when you're at a gig, you know, you got your own audience there and people know what to expect, so you don't get as nervous. But I always found that TV I always get nervous for that. But sometimes nerves are good. Hi, thank you so much for your question. I can't really see a name, so I don't know who it is, but thank you anyway. How long did it take me to write this town? I think we wrote it in about 2 or 3 hours. We were stuck on the chorus for a little bit and bits and pieces, and I think the chorus was, it's always been you instead of everything comes back to you. So there was a bit of a row over that, over what would be. But yeah, I think it took about 2 or 3 hours. Obviously, watching This Town, the reaction to This Town has been amazing, and knowing that, you know, I wrote it, and you know, that's quite a cool feeling. The one I always kind of was proud of was Don't Forget Where You Belong, because just simply out of the reaction that it used to get when we play it live, like it felt like from where I was standing that it was kind of like a fan favourite. So I always kind of felt proud of that one. So for that reason, I guess. Hi Farah, thanks for your question. I haven't really come across any new artists, but someone I have come across who a lot of people have known for a long time that I've just got onto is Leon Bridges. I had the pleasure of seeing him at Lollapalooza this year, and got to chat to him afterwards, and he was a really nice guy, and his music's really good. So yeah, you should probably listen to him. He's really good. Hi Emily, thanks for your question. As you know, I've been in quite a few countries. So yeah, I think something that appeals to me would be going back to Africa. I think we had a good time on our trip with Comic Relief to get to Ghana. So I would like to do something like that again and explore the world that way. Thank you. My favourite people to write with. I really like writing with Jamie Scott. I wrote This Time with Jamie, and obviously Jamie's done a lot of 1D stuff. I love writing with Julian and John, who did also the 1D stuff. It's great. We always just have a good laugh. The relationship is there. It's always easy, right, to put someone that you know. Been writing a lot with Amy Wadge recently, who wrote Thinking Out Loud with Ed. Been writing a lot with her. Wrote a lot with her in Nashville. Yeah, they're probably some of my favourites. One place in England that I haven't been. Well, obviously I support Derby, so I get into like the city, but I guess the Peak District around Derbyshire is stunning. I've seen a lot of pictures, so I think I'd like to spend a little bit of time there. It looks beautiful. Hello, Sipicus. I think that's how you say it. Can I imagine the world without golf? Well, there'd be nothing else to watch on telly from my end, so I wouldn't be watching TV anymore. So yeah, that'd be tough, and I wouldn't really have anything to do with my days off, so yeah, that'd be tough as well. So no, I can't really. Hello Emily. Any advice for people who want to be singers? Well, first thing I would say is find your niche, find what you're good at, find the kind of music you like, find something that someone else is not doing, and keep your head down and work hard, and it'll come. Hi Alice, I wrote This Town with Jamie Scott probably February, March this year. It was probably one of the first songs that I wrote, so not a bad one to start on. Favourite song at the moment, Sean's song is still hanging around there since it came out, Treat You Better. It's been up there all year. It's a great tune. Really enjoying Little Mix's new tune, Shout Out to My Ex. They did a great performance on the X Factor, which was which is cool. So a huge fan of that. Closer, Chainsmokers, the couple of Bieber ones that are out there, they're great. So yeah, some good tunes out at the minute. I was actually thinking about getting a dog, but I think it wouldn't be very nice if I went on tour and stuff. Probably I always like King Charles Spaniels. They're always quite cool and quite tame. I like calm dogs, don't like any just jumping up and down and being crazy. I like docile dogs. So yeah, probably on that. Yeah, well, I actually chatted to Sean the other day at BBC Radio 1 Teen Awards. We had a good laugh, got to chill out a little bit, talk, and it's just kind of again, as I've said before, it's just kind of finding time for the two of us to kind of sit down, and when he's not on tour or in the studio, just to kind of sit down and just jam and write something, be great. But yeah, top guy, so I'm looking forward to it if it does happen. Probably the best thing about writing and recording is just being able to, just the whole natural thing of just being able to pick up a guitar and just sit beside a piano and just write something really naturally and not think too much into it. I find it kind of relaxing and soothing, and look forward to actually getting into the studio to doing that. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing to perform This Town live. I've obviously been sitting on the song since like March, so it's good to be able to perform it and just perform it acoustically with not much to it. It's pretty cool. Thank you for your question. My favourite thing about performing on stage, there's nothing better than it, I don't think. Getting out there, especially, you know, when you play in big venues like stadiums and stuff like that, it's just, there's no better feeling. Even if you can't, you know, look into every single person's eye, there's something about being able to play in front of that many people and you know, making that many people happy, that just feels great. And it's it's a great feeling. Missed it. Yeah, music video, we obviously didn't do a music video this time for This Town. You know, we just kind of wanted to just throw the song out there, and obviously with the one mic, one take thing, and not make too much of a dance and sing and dance about it, but a song and dance about it. But I guess for the next one, we're pulling, you know, directors and stuff together, and I'm sure there will be a video for the next one. Yeah, miss being on tour, of course. It's the best part about what we do. Getting out and performing in front of loads of people every night is quite a good feeling. Being on the road, you know, being on the bus, you know, doing all the travelling is quite cool. I always kind of like that end of it. Looking forward to maybe doing my own. So yeah, looking forward to just getting out there. Just miss kind of being out on stage and just jamming out. It's a good feeling. Would I ever consider working with Halsey? Yeah, of course. She's her voice is just incredible. She's got a really sweet tone, and she seems like a nice girl. So yes, of course, it'd be great. Any advice for a beginner guitarist? Be patient, practice like crazy, because you need to be you need to want to do it. So if you, like I watch TV with a guitar in my hand all the time, and also, yeah, you've got loads of time, so yeah, do be patient, it'll come. What do I miss most about the lads? I suppose like being around everyone all the time. You know, you spend so much time together. We tour for 9 months of the year and then do promo for the last few, you know, so being around everyone every day is obviously a bit of a change, but you know, everyone gets to keep in touch with each other, and it's great. We always had a great relationship, and we always will, so that's it really. Instrument that I'd love to learn, well actually we were down in Australia a couple of years ago, around just after my birthday, and Basil, my security guard, bought me a banjo, and so I've always wanted to learn how to play the banjo. It seems to be quite a lot different than the guitar, but I just need to spend time with it. It's like anything, spend time with it, you learn. Yeah, so the banjo, I think that's the one I want to learn how to play next. If I was to sing a duet with anyone, dead or alive, would probably be Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood. This is insane. I probably could never do it, but I like the idea of it. And Frank Sinatra, if he was still alive, I'd love to be able to get up and sing a few tunes with him. Just incredible voice. Favourite part about writing this town? I guess I just kind of had that, this whole tempo thing. I always kind of pick up the guitar and just go. And then it just kind of came from there, and we just kind of sat down beside the piano, and Jamie was flying up and down the piano, and it kind of came kind of naturally. We were stuck on the chorus for a while, trying to come up with that first line, because the first line always kind of kicks the chorus off. Then when that comes, you kind of get the trail of thought. But yeah, it was kind of came naturally. No one really in particular. Kind of sometimes moments, like if I was at a gig and I hear a song, and I'll be like, or hear how the song was written, or the artist themselves explains why the song was written and how. Then yeah, it can happen. It happened to me recently at a Lumineers gig where he was talking about Charlie Boy and how his uncle he never met, went to war, and he never came back. And then I just kind of come up with the whole family aspect of a song. So I wrote a song about my granny and granddad, which was quite cool. Hi Christina. Yeah, huge Tame Impala fan. Had a chance to see them last year at Lollapalooza when we were there on tour. Unbelievable band, huge fan. I love their album. My favourite city? I've obviously been in quite a lot of cities, didn't get to see many of them sadly, stuck in a hotel for a lot of it, but I just love London. London is just it's absolutely beautiful. It's got everything that you want in a city. Obviously we would like the weather to be a little bit better, but yeah, I really like Melbourne and Tokyo. They're probably some of my favorite. No, not really. I tend to write my concepts for songs in the back of my book that I write my songs in, and then kind of pull stories, write down the story and then kind of pull lines from that story and not overthink it. I try not to delve too deep in, because I find that I can't pull the line out as easy then if I delve too hard. But yeah, it's an interesting process, and one that I wish a lot more people could actually see. It's quite interesting. No, not really. I tend to write my concepts for songs in the back of my book that I write my songs in, and then kind of pull stories, write down the story and then kind of pull lines from that story and not overthink it. I try not to delve too deep in, because I find that I can't pull the line out as easy then if I delve too hard. But yeah, it's an interesting process, and one that I wish a lot more people could actually see. It's quite interesting. Favourite holiday? I think Asia was unbelievable. I backpacked Asia this year. Southeast Asia, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, Cambodia. If you like to call it a holiday, I don't know, travelling I guess, but yeah, that was really cool. I don't like to do the whole sun lounging holidays. I like to kind of get out and do stuff instead of just lying around in the sun. Hi Mariah, cheers for the question. My musical inspiration in terms of the album that I'm making is probably like Bob Dylan or the Lumineers. Bob Dylan in terms of his phrasing and the way he would phrase things, and Lumineers kind of in the way that they write their songs and the way the songs put together. Not so much the sound, but the way they compose the song. I like, so I kind of touched on that a little bit. First song I learned how to play on the guitar was probably, like everyone else, probably Wonderwall. Yeah, probably something like that, I think it was. Yeah, easy chords, good tune. And where do I get my inspirations from? Inspirations musically, I guess when I'm writing the album, as I'm writing the album, I've been kind of looking at Bob Dylan. I've always been a fan of Bob Dylan, the Eagles and Fleetwood, and kind of David Gray, the Lumineers, just in kind of the way that they write songs and different ways of composing songs. I've kind of been looking into that a lot. So yeah, I guess that's where I get it from. Hi Gracie. The thing I like most about playing the guitar is probably that it's easy accessible. It's just there beside me on the sofa whenever I want to just pick it up as I'm watching TV, and I also like the fact that you're always learning. I've been become a lot better guitarist over the years just by playing the guitar every night on stage. So that I like the fact that you're always learning, and it's cool. Hi Claire, what do I miss most about touring? Probably just the whole travelling around, you know, on the bus, on the planes. I like the travelling side of it. Also, I like having everyone around every day. You know, the immediate crew that we travelled with. You know, seeing the touring crew, seeing all the carpenters and lighting riggers and all that. Kind of miss that side of it. Miss being around people a lot. My favourite food is probably Japanese. I like sushi. I like all the kind of dishes that they put together. They're always very flavoursome. I'm no food critic, but I know I do like food. Hi Typhon, it's Niall here. Thanks for the question. Perfect day for me is probably wake up, go to the driving range, hit some balls, get some food, then head into the studio, write a tune, and then come home and probably watch more golf on TV.